Hello again everybody, Michael here for Tactica Imperialis, part 2 of the Codex Space Marines analysis here today. I'm going to take a look at all the named characters, which takes up 3 pages of the army list, so this could take a while. I'm not going to do it in the army list like I have done in the past, because there are a lot of things now left within the actual entries that are easy to explain. And they're all in one place, so it's quite easy. Marneus Calgar is the first. He has Weapon Skill 6, Ballistic Skill 5, Strength Toughness 4, 4 Wounds, Initiative 5, 4 Attacks, LD 10 and a 2+ save. Pretty similar to a Chapter Master in Artificer Armour. He has, as I say, Artificer Armour, a Power Sword, an Iron Halo, Crack Grenades and Frag Grenades, and he's got a slightly weird Warlord trait. He must be your Warlord, and then he chooses 3 times on the Space Marine Warlord traits table. You have to pick the table I showed you in part 1. So you roll 3 times, re-rolling duplicates, and then pick one of those 3. So this gives him a lot more choice in which Warlord trait you want him to use. He has, and they shall know no fear, Ultramarines Chapter Tactics, so he's their Chapter Master, Eternal Warrior, so he's immune to instant death, Independent Character, and an Orbital Bombardment, which is an unlimited range, Strength 10 AP, 1 large blast. All Ultramarines in the army can choose whether to pass or fail morale checks if they are forced to, which is very similar to the old combat tactics, if people are familiar with that from the old 5th Ed Codex. And furthermore, if you use your Warlord, you may use one of the combat doctrines from Ultramarines Chapter Tactics twice. So, for example, if you've used Tactical and it didn't work, you could use Tactical again the next turn, but you couldn't then use Assault twice or Devastator twice. Same idea if you picked Assault twice. He also re-rolls to penetrate against vehicles and can attempt to re-roll glances to penetrate. You must accept the second roll, obviously. So this is actually quite powerful, because usually re-rolling penetrating hits, well, re-rolling glancing hits to get penetrating is a calculated risk. If you're like glancing on 2s, then rolling for a penetrate is quite a good idea. He also has a chapter relic, as shown in the image, the Gauntlets of Ultramar. These are a pair of power fists that incorporate basically Angelus bolt guns. When in melee, they have double strength AP2, they're basically a power fist, and they can also be fired as a strength 4 AP2 2-shot gun, one or the other. You can still use his power sword instead of using the gauntlets, I think, but otherwise I would keep these unless you know you're going to be outdone and need high initiative. You can upgrade into the Armour of Antilocus for 25 points. It's a Terminator armour, so gains a 5+ invulnerable save, which is pointless because of the Iron Halo. Gains Deep Strike, but he loses the ability to Sweeping Advance. And scratch that, he does get Sweeping Advances, and he has a Teleport Homer for other Deep Striking units. And he costs somewhere in the region of 250 to 300 points. Cato Sicarius, the Imperial Poster Boy. He has a captain's profile, so 6'5", 2 4s, 3 wounds, initiative 5, 3 attacks, LD 10, and Artificer Armour again. Well, as a special Artificer Armour, I'll come on to that. He has a plasma pistol, Iron Halo for a 4+ invulnerable, the Imperium Sword Warlord trait, so he can gain Furious Charge for 1 assault phase. He can upgrade 1 tactical squad of Ultramarines Chapter Tactics to have counterattack, infiltrate, scout, or tank hunters before the game, before you deploy. All Chapter Tactic Ultramarines can use his leadership, so he basically has the Rights of War Warlord trait as well, but this is better. And if he's on the battlefield, you gain +1 to reserves. Used to be reroll seize the initiative, but it's got slightly changed. It's like an Astropath for Imperial Guard now. The Mantle of the Suzerain is his armour. It's Artificer Armour that gives him Feel No Pain. And his sword, user strength, so strength 4, AP 3, and he can swap his 3 attacks to make a single attack with +2 strength and instant death. So he's a good character killer. And he's around 200 points. Chief Librarian Tigurius, this guy had a bit of a rebirth in 6th edition because of his psychic powers. He has access to all of the psychic power disciplines, and he can re-roll which powers he knows. So, and at Mastery level 3, he'll know 3 of the 6 powers, and you can basically have a good chance of getting the ones you want. He's got a slightly lowered profile, so 5'4", 4'4", 3'4", 2'10", 3+, similar to a Librarian. Power armor, bolt pistol, the Storm of Fire Warlord trait, so he's boosting shooting. As I said, mastery level 3. All disciplines available. Generates 3 powers, can reroll the dice, and you can choose to reroll any reserve rolls, even successful ones. So if a unit's turned up too early, you can send it back, or if you need it to come on, you can bring it on. He's slightly cheaper, and the reason he's got so good is because of divination. Because divination is rerolls, basically. The Hood of Hellfire allows him to reroll failed psychic tests and is a psychic hood for the Deny the Witch. He also has his staff, which is +2 strength, AP 4, Soul Blaze, Force Weapon, Mastercrafted, Concussive. So any model hit by it becomes Initiative 1 next turn and has their soul set on fire, basically. Causes extra hits next turn. Chaplain Cassius, he's one of the cheaper ones. He's around 150 points, I think. 5/4/4, toughness 6, so he's incredibly resilient. 2 wounds, initiative 4, 2 attacks, leadership 10. Power armor. Rosarius is a 4+ invulnerable. Crozius is a power maul, so about, I think it's +2 strength, AP 4. Angel of Death, so fear. Feel no pain. Preferred enemy nids, as fits his background. Zealot gives him fearless and one other rule, I'm not quite sure which, I can't remember, I'm afraid. And he has a special gun. His gun is either Poison 2+ Bolter, and it's a 1-use flamer as well. So it's pretty powerful. Obviously not the best one in the book, but still reasonably good. Telion is not a HQ, I'll come back to him. Neither is Cronus, he's a tank upgrade. Right, Corsaro Khan, White Scars. Where is he? Captain's profile, so 6/5/4/4/3/5/3/10/3. Iron Halo, bolt pistol. Champion of Humanity, which is the boosted in challenges against enemy warlords. White Scars. All bikes or in dedicated transports have scouts who can outflank, which is very powerful, or make fast moves at the start of the game. His sword has instant death on a 6, is AP 3. Which is very powerful, and he can upgrade to have a bike, which causes D3 Hammer of Wrath hits instead of 1 at strength 4, or strength 5, I think, because of chapter tactics. Vulcan Hestan, I love this guy. He's the Salamanders guy. He is the same profile, but he has Artificer armor instead of power armor. Iron Resolve gives him +1 to combat results. Salamanders. And all melters, multi-melters, and combi melters become mastercrafted, which is, I think, twin-linked, which is incredibly powerful and stacks inside the rules of the Salamanders. He has a heavy flamer that incorporates digital weapons, which is reroll 1 to room wall in the magic assault phase, 3+ invulnerable save, and +2 strength, AP 3, mastercrafted 2-handed assault weapon, which is very powerful as well. I mean, of course, it won't kill a Terminator character, but it'll kill just about anything else. And he's got reroll at least 1 hit and 1 wound. 2-handed means he won't get a bonus attack, but that's okay. Captain Shrike, Raven Guard. This guy is a jump pack, so same profile, I think. Yep, same profile. Power armor, Iron Halo, jump pack. Angel of Death, because he's a sneaky, scares everybody. Raven Guard tactics. He has stealth, infiltrate, but he can only join jump infantry squads such as Vanguard veterans. You can't give Space Marine command squads jump packs, which is disappointing, so he has to go with Assault Marines or Vanguard or go on his own. He has a pair of Lightning Claws, so rerolls to wound, rending, mastercrafted, and AP 3. So he's quite powerful as well, and not a bad leader. Lysander, Mr. Resilient. The guy who came back from the dead. He's got 4 wounds instead of 3. The rest of the profile is the same as a captain. Terminator armor, Iron Halo, Storm Shield, so 3+ invulnerable. Champion of Humanity for killing warlords. Eternal Warrior. Chat Tactics Fists. And all Imperial Fists within 12 inches can reroll failed morale and pinning check. So it's similar to, what's it called? The Rights of War warlord trait. The Fist of Dawn is a mastercrafted thunderhammer, so concussive, unwieldy, specialist weapon, etc. Strength 10 AP 1 instead of AP 2, so it's really good at cracking just about anything it hits. And he's one of the more expensive ones, he's about 230 points. Pedro Cantor, Crimson Fists. He has a Chapter Master profile, Power Armor, Power Fist, Iron Halo, Iron Resolve for boosting in melee, Orbital Bombardment, Imperial Fist Tactics because the Crimson Fists are a descendant of the Imperial Fists. All Crimson Fists in his detachment, if he is the Warlord, have preferred enemy orcs. Furthermore, all models within 12 inches have +1 attack. Does not stack with the Chapter banner. So, that's not too bad, I suppose. And Stern Guard count as scoring units, not the troop section. They're still elite units, but they count as being able to hold objectives, which is really powerful, because Stern Guard vets are really good, I think. He also has a 4-shot, Strength 4 AP 4 Stormbolter, which is very powerful at killing anything short of a Space Marine. I can hear my brother in the background watching one of my old tactics videos back, so it'll be interesting to get his feedback on that. He'll probably just laugh. Hell Marshal Helbrechts, Black Templars, 6'5", he's a Chapter Master profile again, has Artificer Armor, a Combi Melter, the Imperium Sword Warlord trait, Black Templars Chapter Tactics, which is incredibly powerful in challenges now, and at the beginning of your assault phase he can give all Black Templars Hatred and Fleet for re-rolling some charges. His sword is AP3, Mastercrafted, and it gives him D3 bonus attacks on the charge instead of just the 1. And he's about 190 points as well, so not a bad investment. Chaplain Grimaldus, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3, 4, 3, 10, 3. Rosarius and Crozius like a chaplain. Mastercrafted, Plasma Pistol, so twin linked. Rights of War, so everything within 12 inches is leadership 10. Zealot, again, it will not die. This is like his background, so he can regenerate wounds. Chapter Tactics Templars, and all models within 6 inches of him have Zealot as well. He's also accompanied by some Servitors, so 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 8, 4+ armor, and all models of Black Templars within 6 inches have a 6+ invulnerable. So it's not much, but it's useful. And he's okay. He's not as good as he used to be. He used to be able to get back up from the dead like Commissar Yarrick. And the last one is the Emperor's Champion, 140 points, and he's been nerfed a little bit. 6'4", 4'4", 2'5", 210, 2+. Black Templars Fearless, Bolt Pistol. He must issue and accept challenges. If you do enter a challenge, you choose to either gain +2 strength on Wieldy, or gain 6 on instant death on a 6+. You have to choose one of these in a challenge. You don't have to outside the challenge, you can't, but it stays with you until the end of the challenge, so choose carefully. His armor gives him a 4+ invulnerable save and a 2+ armor, and his sword is AP2 Mastercrafted. That is, eventually, all the named characters in the Marine Codex. I'm just going to flick to their points cost so I can just reference them all quickly. Calgar is expensive but powerful. He can include 3 Honor Guard units instead of just 1 for being a Chapter Master. As well, I should have pointed that out. Sicarius is pretty good. Tigurius is given a new lease of life. Cassius, Nid Killer. Corsaro Khan, best off on a bike because he can make bike squads troops. Vulcan is good. I like Vulcan because he's nice and tough and quite a great model. Shrike is reasonable. Pretty powerful in melee, but with Vanguard vets it can be really useful. Cantor is pretty powerful as well, and giving Stern Guard troops is really useful. Helbrecht is not as good as he was in the old Templar Codex, I think, but he's still great, I think, and really powerful for, 180 points. Grimaldus, normally you'd say he's pretty killable, but he will regenerate runes, so be careful around him, and the Cenobite Servitors are 30 points each, and you have to take them. The Emperor's Champion, he's not a warlord, really, but he's a good leader. So, use him if you want in challenges, but that's up to you. That concludes today. I'll do the HQ video pretty soon. Thank you for watching. Sorry if the music in the background's getting in the way. My name is Michael, and I'll see you again.